This is scary. Alabama already has a lot of potential when it comes to QB, with a potential $1.2 million. This is scary, but what will happen on the field with this competition and the other players? Let's take a look at the news, and subscribe to the channel first. The Alabama Crimson Tide took another important step towards securing their future at the top of college football with the signing of Keelan Russell, a highly rated quarterback who already has star status. In a bold move during early signing day, head coach Kalen DeBoer further strengthened the competition for the team's offensive linemen, demonstrating that the program is focused on ensuring continued success, regardless of what the future holds for Jalen Milroe. With Milroe gaining more and more national attention and projected as a top 5 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Alabama needed to prepare for a possible transition. Milroe has evolved over the course of this season, showcasing skills that have cemented his status as one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Should he choose to make the jump to the NFL, the Crimson Tide will have to quickly find new leadership for their potent offense. That's where Keelan Russell comes into the equation. Ranked number 2 in the 2025 recruiting class by On3.com, Russell is much more than a prospect. At just 18 years old, he already has an impressive resume, leading Duncanville, one of the most competitive high school programs in Texas, to 2 consecutive state titles. His combination of precision, athleticism and maturity on the field is the kind of talent that programs like Alabama seek to maintain their elite status. Russell isn't just a raw talent, he's considered a surgical quarterback in the passing game, capable of picking apart defenses with pinpoint accuracy. That skill, coupled with natural athleticism, is why he's being compared to NFL veteran Teddy Bridgewater. With impressive physical attributes, he has all the tools necessary to thrive in Kalen DeBoer's offensive system. The Alabama coach is clearly assembling a quarterback room that not only has depth, but also a very high ceiling in terms of talent. In addition to Russell, names like Ty Simpson and Austin Mack already guarantee that the competition will be fierce for the starting position in 2025, and let's not forget Lonergan. This type of internal competition is nothing new for the Alabama program, which has historically turned position battles into strengths within the roster. Another layer to this story is Russell's financial impact, with a projected nil value of $1.2 million, the second highest in his class. This reflects not only his skill, but also the marketing power and appeal of his personal brand, something that has become an essential part of recruiting in the modern college football landscape. Alabama, as always, is one step ahead in recognizing the full value of players like Russell, both on and off the field. Even with the uncertainties surrounding Milroe's future, Kalen DeBoer is already laying the groundwork for the next generation. The message is clear: Alabama doesn't wait, it plans. And with players like Keelan Russell joining its cause, the future looks as bright as the present. The Alabama Crimson Tide once again demonstrated why they are an unquestioned powerhouse in college football, earning a significant win on National Signing Day. Led by Kalen DeBoer, the program not only solidified the second-best recruiting class in the country, but also pulled off a stunning turnaround by securing the commitment of 4-star wide receiver Derek Meadows, who was previously committed to rival LSU. This last-minute move was a strategic coup that not only strengthens Alabama's roster, but also weakens one of its biggest competitors in the SEC. And Meadows, a Las Vegas native, is ranked as the 17th best wide receiver in the country and is ranked 119th overall. For DeBoer and his staff, this accomplishment symbolizes much more than a number in the rankings. It demonstrates the Crimson Tide's ability to attract top talent, even under intense pressure from opposing programs. Meadows is not only a valuable addition in his own right, but he is also a crucial piece to complement star quarterback Keelan Russell, the jewel of this recruiting class. Already widely recognized as a generational talent, Russell needed reliable targets to maximize his potential in Alabama's offense. The addition of Meadows, along with another 4-star wide receiver, Lotzier Brooks, creates a solid foundation for the Tide's passing game moving forward. It's worth noting that this was Kalen DeBoer's first recruiting class as the Crimson Tide's coach, and the impact was immediate. Of the 21 players signed, 14 are rated as 4-star recruits, a feat that reflects not only the program's appeal but also DeBoer's long-term vision to keep Alabama on top. The coach has shown that he understands the demands of the competitive SEC landscape and is willing to fight, and win, critical recruiting battles. Derek Meadows, with his height, speed and refined route running skills, is the type of player who can make an immediate impact on Alabama's offense. He's the kind of talent that can stretch defenses and open up opportunities for other playmakers on the roster. And when combined with Russell's pinpoint passing ability, this duo has the potential to redefine the Crimson Tide's offense. At the same time, the addition of Latsier Brooks, ranked as the 29th best wide receiver in the country, adds even more depth and versatility to the receiving core. Brooks brings traits that complement Meadows, creating a dynamic duo that will give SEC defensive coordinators plenty to worry about for years to come. By securing talent like Meadows and Russell, it not only bolsters the current roster, but also sends a clear message to rivals: Alabama remains at the top of its game and will continue to be an elite destination for the nation's best athletes. Let's keep moving forward. National Signing Day brought an unexpected dose of challenges for the Alabama Crimson Tide, with Kalen DeBoer facing one of his first significant changes as a head coach. Jace Clarizio, the running back who had recently been recruited from Michigan State, decided to return to the Spartans, marking a strategic loss for the Crimson Tide on one of the most crucial days of the recruiting calendar. Clarizio, ranked as the 35th best running back in the country, was seen as a valuable addition to the 2025 class. His decision to return to Michigan State underscores the Spartans' growing appeal, even in a year when their overall class is ranked just 57th. It shows that even programs outside the top tier, with the right approach, can pose threats in recruiting battles. Despite the loss of Clarizio, Alabama still has a formidable recruiting class, currently ranked as the 4th best in the country. The key piece of that group is Keelan Russell, the 5-star quarterback and second-best overall player in the class. His presence on the team gives the Crimson Tide a solid foundation for the future and keeps Alabama an attractive destination for elite talent. However, the day also brought additional uncertainty. Ty Haywood, a 5-star offensive tackle who has been committed to Alabama since July, is being heavily courted by Michigan. The move is part of the Ann Arbor program's effort to build around Bryce Underwood, the nation's #1 player. If Haywood decides to decommit, it would be Alabama's second significant loss of a 5-star recruit this cycle, unusual for a program that has been known to shut down such surprises. While the losses of Clarizio and possibly Haywood are points of concern, it's important to put the events in context. Alabama still officially signed 4 5-star recruits, a number that most NCAA programs don't even come close to matching. Additionally, the commitment of Ackland Deer, the nation's second-best running back, is still standing. If Deer signs with Alabama as expected, the impact of Clarizio's departure will be minimized. For Kalen DeBoer, this is an opportunity to demonstrate how he will handle the challenges inherent in leading an elite program. The SEC is unforgiving, and recruiting is a game where even the best teams face occasional setbacks. The true test will be how Alabama responds to these setbacks, adjusting its strategy to maintain its position as a leader. Losses like Clarizio's are unfortunate, but they do not define the success of the program. With DeBoer at the helm, Alabama has all the tools it needs to turn obstacles into opportunities, ensuring that the program's future remains as bright as its legacy. These issues are unexpected, but we're moving forward. The drama surrounding the college football playoff seeding has once again put the Alabama Crimson Tide in the spotlight, and this time, Coach Kalen DeBoer and his team are being accused of benefiting from the so-called SEC bias. Alabama, despite having lost 3 games this season, was ranked ahead of Miami, which has only lost 2 games, in the CFP rankings, a decision that has sparked heated debate and left many questioning the committee's criteria. Paul Feinbaum, one of college football's most respected commentators, was quick to point the finger at Miami coach Mario Cristobal for the Hurricanes' fate. According to Feinbaum, Miami's inexplicable loss to Syracuse after leading by 21 points was the main reason the Hurricanes failed to convince the committee. He singled out questionable decisions by Cristobal, such as opting for a field goal in a critical situation instead of going for the first down, as moments that sealed the team's fate. Miami's frustration is understandable, especially considering that the ACC had a strong representation and seemed well positioned to challenge the SEC's dominance. ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips publicly expressed his outrage, calling for a review of the selection process and criticizing Miami's exclusion. He noted that the Hurricanes deserve to be in the expanded 12-team field that will be finalized next week, given their solid 10-0 record and narrow losses. On the other hand, Alabama's inclusion in the rankings is further evidence of the respect the program maintains on the national stage, even in a year of ups and downs. With 3 losses on the season, the Crimson Tide haven't had the dominant performance that fans are used to seeing, but key wins, like the one over Auburn, and a history of success under pressure have weighed in the team's favor. Furthermore, the SEC continues to be seen as the strongest conference in college football, and that perception clearly influenced the committee's decision. Feinbaum's criticism of Cristobal reflects a central point in college football. At the end of the day, decisions made on the sidelines can have profound consequences. Cristobal, who signed a 10-year, $80 million contract in 2021, is under increasing pressure to justify that investment. Despite a 10-win campaign, Miami's losses have been marked by strategic missteps and inconsistent execution, issues that need to be addressed if the Hurricanes are to compete at the highest level. Kalen DeBoer is only in his first season at the helm, but he has already shown that he understands the dynamics of the game and knows how to position his team for success. The Crimson Tide now have a chance to prove they deserve a spot in the CFP, even as they face criticism and distrust from other programs. This controversy is a reminder of why college football is so exciting. The rivalries, tough decisions, and heated debates are part of what makes this sport unique. And while Miami and its fans feel wronged, Alabama moves forward, ready to seize another opportunity to prove itself on the biggest stage in college sports. What do you think? Comment below.